Hi, I'm Bob Mintzer, saxophonist, bass clarinetist, electronic wind instrument player. I play with a band called the Yellow Jackets, occasionally lead my own quartet, big band leader, and I'm here to hopefully help you to play the saxophone better. The saxophonist's approach to rhythm and some of the specific things you do on a saxophone to add rhythmical intensity and a sense of groove and timing to your playing. And I think this is particularly pertinent in terms of being a saxophonist, interacting with a rhythm section, and playing this music we call jazz. Rhythm is an integral part of jazz music. In fact, you might go as far as to say rhythm, or what's sometimes called groove, or this static pulse, where a tempo is established and maintained, is really the main focus of jazz music. Unlike classical music, where there's more of an ebb and flow, where things are more about phrasing and execution of a phrase, this constant in the pulse is less of an issue. And I think there are certain things that one must consider as a saxophonist in being able to imply this static pulse in your saxophone playing. If you consider what a bass does, which of course is an integral part of a swing groove, the bass plays quarter notes. And what happens with those notes is there's an accent on the beginning of the note. It's in great part the loudest part of the note, and then a very quick decay, and the sustain is considerably less loud. It was somewhat instructive and interesting for me to emulate the sound of a bass on the saxophone, and ultimately to practice playing bass lines on the saxophone, just to get comfortable and familiar with that static quarter note pulse, and to get it to feel energetic and moving forward and up on top of the beat. So you might, if you were going to play a blues bass line on the saxophone, it might sound like this. And to play that and actually feel what that feels like on the saxophone is a very useful thing, because you are going to build what you play off of this quarter note pulse. In a similar way, it's very instructive and enlightening to sit down at a drum set and play a quarter note pulse on the ride cymbal, because in fact that the drummer's ride cymbal and the bass playing the quarter notes